2 to this now. Basically, with the island editor, when you haven't saved it on your island editor, say you've got your island and you've got the editor out like this, you press the first layout, slot number 1. What you do is you press import. Yeah, you import the island that you've already saved, which is your normal island, which is just here. Yeah, you've made your island. You go to the first slot, you press import. You never press apply, alright? You import it, then you get out of it. Then you go to the second slot, you press import again. So that same island that you've got saved comes onto the second slot. So now you can mess about with the second slot. You can just move your stuff around, get the right settings that you want. Once you're happy with them, once you think it's all good, then you just leave it there. Your island's already there, it's saved. But when you want to apply this one, you press apply it, alright? And you've applied it. You never have to press import ever again. So when you go to your first slot, you don't have to import ever again. Don't press the import button anymore, because otherwise you'll import the other island, the Thunderstruck one, to this one. This is your main island. So you only want to ever press apply. So whenever you're going to edit your island, if you're going to make any differences to it, or you're not happy with the way it's performing defensively, you got to make the slight changes. So the changes you've got to make, once you've made them in each of these slots, whichever one that you want to apply, once you've made the changes, you only press apply. Don't press import again, otherwise you lose what you've got here. If I press import now, I'm going to end up getting this island onto my second slot. I don't want that. So be very careful with your island editor, and be careful what buttons you're pressing, what icons you're pressing. Just be smart about whatever you do. Just be careful about whatever you do, because it's really disheartening once you've spent hours and hours trying to get it right. And the most difficult thing is getting the guild chip right. If you look at my guild chip, the way it's set, it's all trial and error. Alright, it's always trial and error. You can see I've got the mortar, I've got something strong, which is the gold storage. You can see the hit points is 14,000, alright? And these defenses are less, look, 5,000 only. Yeah, so you want something solid to be there as well. So I've put my storages in slight corner sort of areas, because then those parts of your island becomes a bit stronger. They become a bit tougher. And that's what you want. You want to build your island to be stronger. Put your storages on the inside, because the storages have higher hit points compared to all the other bits and pieces you have. If you look at the mortar, it's only got 1,020 hit points, whereas your storages have 14,000, so they can take a lot more hits. So by the time they get taking hits, your bunkers and your gun towers are doing a lot of damage to whoever's coming for you. The reason why I'm showing all this is because people need to know. And if you were to watch any of my replays, we'll just watch the last replay that just happened, alright? Let's watch this replay just for argument's sake. I haven't even checked the replay, to be honest with you, but look, perfect. This player is going to be coming through this end of the island. He's going to try to get through the walls. But do you know what? My walls are glitchy. So he might get a few bombers through. Look at the bombers coming now. Look at them little skinny ribs. They're trying to come through, aren't they? I know what they're going to do. Look, the sky boys, the flyer boys are trying to get through now. So alright, Sadie's come through. She's going to die first anyway, watch. Or maybe not. But look, the bombers got through, yeah? Oh, the bombers are going through the storages. Sky boys got through. The whole point was the bombers are going to try to get through the walls, alright? They're getting through these other walls. But that's the whole point. You've got to stagger your bombers a bit. It's always better to put them through as two separate little groups, so they get two different separate points of the wall. So they've made a hole, and they're skinny enough to get through now. And let's see if this player releases any more troops behind on this side, hoping they'll get through the hole there that they've made in the wall. Let's see what he does. Let's see if anything comes through, or if my walls are quite glitchy, so that the guild ship sometimes It's very difficult. A friend of mine, Jake the Snake, was mentioning this, where it's very difficult to get through the wall sometimes, whereas other players are able to get through. Here comes the little thieves. Look at them. They want me loot. Look at them go. Look, they went round the walls. You see that? They didn't even go through the walls. And there's a hole clearly there. Look. Look at them thieves. They're good at what they want to do, innit? They want the loot. Don't they? Look at them go. Look at them go. Look at them ladies. Look at them ladies are always the best at whatever they do in life. Yeah, so that is a bit glitchy there, isn't it? But anyway, that's my example for you. Just trying to give you a little idea. And that's randomly I'm doing for you. So, yeah, sometimes the algorithms, look, some more coming through there, look at that. Yeah, so this is all about farming anyway. I'm sure this player wasn't really trying to hurt me. It's part of the red flag fleet. Quite nice, decent, sensible, reasonable people. But he gets a win anyway. Bless him. He gave me a nice shield and it. Didn't take much PR off me either. So yeah, basically that's what it is. So there is a bit of a glitchiness going on over here. Look, there was clearly a route going in through them walls, and I'm sure that the thieves, they could have got through. I've got them little toys that we collected back in the days when Midoki were giving away those little, little toys as thieves and bucks and brutes and all that, and juggernauts. Wish I could carry on doing that with legendary pirates. I would love that. Collect them little. Anyway, that's all I have to show to you guys. So that's the part 2. Wishing you all well wherever you may be, but please remember, don't allow your happiness to depend on other people's mood swings. If people are upset, it doesn't mean that you have to be upset. Remember, that's what you heard from Uncle BooM.